Welcome back. We continue the local news where we hear that St. Vincent and the Grenadines must pay the United Nations at least $2,155 US or 5,818 EC dollars to have its voting rights at the General Assembly restored. According to one reporter, Kenton Chance, SVG is among 15 countries, including the Dominican Republic and Venezuela, that are in arrears in paying their annual contributions to the UN regular budget. The UN website says members of the United Nations, which is in arrears in the payment of its financial contributions to the organization, shall have no vote in the General Assembly if the amount of its arrears equals to or exceeds the amount of the contributions due from its proceedings in 2 full years. The Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority, ECTEL, in collaboration with the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, the NTRC, hosted a ceremony to launch the Internet Exchange Point IXP in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Collaboration, it was not an easy task to get started. We actually started a little before 2013, after we were first involved, and we set up the working group. And the original plan was to just have line and flow at the XP. That was what was done in the other islands, Grenada, Socotra, and Caribbean. But we wanted to make sure having everyone on board, because the mobile providers have the most customers and they're the ones who generate most of the content. And we thought it was possible to get digital as well. So most of that initial time was done trying to get digital on board. And we were able to do that to start out with. So when some thought it was possible, we were able to have digital come on and agree and work with us in the working group to get this IXP going. Also, there was the original plan to have IXP located at the NTR's office upstairs there. That was the original plan, similar as done in Dominica and not to create the show. That's how the arrangement was. But we also thought looking down the road and to get the best benefit of it for all parties involved. We were saying maybe if we get it installed at the cable landing station, that's where the submarine cable comes into St. Vincent, and it's one of the stations. The new cable must be supporting Southern Caribbean fiber.
Some licensed firearm holders are puzzled and concerned after a licensed firearm holder was charged with carrying an offensive weapon without lawful authority. Benjamin Exeter, the NDP's candidate for Central Leeward in the December 9th general election, was slapped with a charge last Thursday, bringing to 4 the number of charges he has to answer to in relation to an incident on December 29th, 2015 in Kingstown. The charge has spurred widespread debate, with a number of holders of firearm permits stressing that they were not aware that they could be committing an offense by taking their firearms into certain gatherings. It is yet to be determined if traffickers who trade in agricultural produce would see a reduction in the duties charged on them as they import in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is an issue that will be reviewed. This is according to Minister of Agriculture Soboto Caesar, who said in response to a local trafficker who expressed the opinion that the levies and tariffs charged on goods imported from Trinidad after the sale of farmers' produce are too high. The issue was highlighted in the January 15th edition of the Vincentian newspaper, where a trafficker explained that agricultural produce is brought locally and then shipped regionally, particularly to Trinidad and Tobago. A call has been made to persons in the diaspora, especially in North America, who are interested in trading in agricultural produce from St. Vincent and the Grenadines to come forward. Minister of Agriculture Soboto Caesar said at a press conference that with the coming on stream of the Argyle International Airport, trade between this country and North America is set to take off, and that the time is right for interested persons who wish to do business with local farmers to show interest now. Some $20,000 has been allocated to this country for the development of the coconut industry. This is part of a project coordinated by the Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI, and the European Union. Representatives from CARDI were here last week to network with stakeholders in the coconut industry. We'll take a short commercial break, and when we come back, your regional news. But first, weather report. Do stay with us.